Alright everybody, welcome back to another top buy top sell video here in the A1 Edge Finder, where of course we are going to go over the Edge Finder's #1 buy and #1 sell reading currently as we go into the weekend. Now before we get to that, I want to mention that this video is going to look a little bit different because I am going to actually attempt to do a little bit of chart analysis on USD CAD, which is our #1 very bullish signal here with a score of +8, as well as Aussie USD with that very bearish bias score of -9. Now, the reason I'm going to try and do a little bit of chart analysis here is because we are in the middle of our A1 trading office trading competition. If you are unfamiliar with what we are doing, the non-traders in the office, myself included, are actually taking our hand, trying out trading for ourselves. There are two teams, myself, Emily, and Hallie are on a team against Chandler, Drew, and Julie. Frank is our team captain and Nick is their team captain. So if you want to get caught up on those videos, I'm going to put the thumbnails of those videos right on screen right now so that you can go check those out for yourself. They are live now on the A1 Trading YouTube. It has been super fun to make, all of us taking trades for the very first time. It's been super interesting to step into the world of a trader. Now, I will mention that we are on demo accounts. We are not risking any real money. This is just for fun, just to kind of try out being a trader for a little bit, but we are having a lot of fun with it. So please go check out those videos. And don't take anything I say about the charts too seriously. I'm going off very limited knowledge and very limited, analysis. This is not meant to be taken too seriously. It's just more for me to kind of try my hand at doing a little bit of technical analysis here, because I've enjoyed the technical analysis aspect of trading the most so far. But before we get into the charts, let's take a look at the smart money tracker as well as retail sentiment, and to kind of get an idea of what both smart money traders as well as retail traders are buying and selling at the moment. So here we are taking a look at the smart money tracker, where of course we are looking at COT report data. And right now, smart money traders, or institutional traders, however you may refer to them, are very long on the euro. The euro is their most bullish asset at the moment at 77.92% long. Followed by two commodities. We have gold and oil. Gold sitting at 76% and oil at, we'll call it 75%. And then actually the pound is our next currency at 68%. So pound and euro are the most bullish currencies. Two commodities here, gold and oil. And as far as indices go, the JP225 sitting at about 70%. If we want to take a look at the US dollar, it's just above 50%. For institutional traders at 54.6%. Did you know our market scanning software, the Edge Finder, just got even better? Check out our newest asset, Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin was our most requested feature update, and we're so excited to announce Bitcoin is finally here with plans to add even more crypto in the future. We've also updated our most popular feature, the Smart Money Tracker, adding even more data than before. The Edge Finder not only automatically scores 8 different metrics for each asset to give it an overall buy, sell, or neutral score, but it also keeps track of bank and analyst positioning, stores historical fundamental data, shows how assets are trending throughout the day, and so much more. Right now, our YouTube viewers can get the Edge Finder at a discounted price when they use promo code A1YT. You can check out the Edge Finder with the link down in the description below, and again, get it for the special discounted price when you use promo code A1YT at checkout. But we are not going to give that a bullish or bearish reading one way or the other because it's just too close to 50-50. Our most bearish or most short asset from institutional traders, however, is the Japanese yen at 79.8%. We can see all of that same information down here on our little numerical chart, where we can see the total number of long and short contracts, the change of the total number of change long and short from the last data release, and of course the percentage long and short, with our most bullish up here at the top and our most bearish down here at the bottom. So there we go. Quick look at what smart money is buying and selling. Let's take a look at retail sentiment, starting off first with major currency pairs. These are all US dollar pairs, and as far as US dollar pairs are concerned, USD CHF is the most long from retail traders at 86%, and USD JPY is the most shorted from retail traders at 75%. Let's take a look at minor currency pairs now. I'm going to select minor currency pairs only. And here we go. Here is everything that isn't a US dollar pair. We see CAD CHF at 93%, and down here CHF JPY at 89%. Let's go back on into the watch list, where I already mentioned that we're going to take a look at USD CAD and Aussie USD. We'll take a look at their breakdown pages first before we get into a little bit of chart analysis just for fun. Again, please do not take anything I say during the chart analysis too seriously. I am just kind of giving it, just trying it out a little bit because, again, I've been having fun with the technical analysis stuff during our trading competition. Now, USD CAD has a very bullish bias, score of +8. COT data and retail sentiment, however, are actually both 0 or neutral scores, and I'll explain that in just a second. Taking a look at COT data, we can see the US dollar sitting at 54.6% long, and the Canadian dollar also at 54% long, 54.81% there. The reason that this is a 0 or a neutral score is because, for one, neither of these have crossed over the 60% threshold. For us to consider something to be actually leaning on the long or short side, it has to cross over 60%. So that's number one. Number two is they're both technically favored on the long side. So yes, even though we would not score this as long or short because it has not crossed the 60% threshold, even if it had, if they were both favored on the long side, that would still cancel it out because smart money is favored long on both of them at the same time. Retail sentiment, however, again, very, very close, 60% short here, but has not crossed over 60%. That's why it's still a 0 score. If this were 61%, we would actually have a +1 right here, because as we know, oftentimes retail traders tend to lose money, which is unfortunate, but that is how it is. So if retail is favored on the short side, that is a bullish indicator for us. So really, we could kind of say that this has a very bullish score of a +9. Let's take a look at our trend reading. It's a score of +2, and we can see that this thing has just been making moves higher and higher for the past couple of weeks. And in fact, we're going to take a look at the chart and see just how strong that +2 trend reading is. But let's finish up with fundamentals: GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates, with scores of +1, +1, +1, and then inflation, actually a score of +2. We have revamped our inflation scoring. Now we can take a look at those numbers right over here. So GDP growth in the US 2.4% compared to 0.8% in Canada. Inflation 3.2% compared to 2.8%. Unemployment 3.5% compared to 5.5%. And lastly, interest rates on the US dollar are 5.5% compared to just 5% on the Canadian dollar. So there's a quick EDGEFINDER breakdown for you. Oh, you know what? I skipped over seasonality. Let's talk about seasonality really quick. It has a score of +1 as well. And we can see here in the month of August that, historically speaking, over the last 10 years, if you isolate just the month of August to see how USD CAD trends, it actually trends bullishly in the month of August, historically speaking. So let's go ahead and hop into the chart. This is actually one of my open trades that I have right now on the pound Aussie pair. It's been doing pretty well. I bought here, and it's been going up pretty nicely. I've actually trailed into profit $32.54 there, with a take profit of about $88 here. Kind of towards these highs here. I actually entered here, and it came way down. My stop was like right here, I think. And when I noticed that it was starting to trend back up, because I bought it on the long side, and I had a feeling that it was going to trend higher, and it eventually did. I actually bought a little bit more here because I had really had a good feeling that it was going to go higher, and it has. So nice little profit here. I'm actually trailed in profit $32, but overall up about $67 there. there on my pound Aussie trade. But that's not what we're talking about. That's just a sneak peek of what you can expect in the trading competition. Let's take a look at USD CAD, however, USD CAD. And here we go. So we're taking a look at the 1 hour chart, and let's see how strong this +8 score is. So I know for a fact that USD CAD still had that strong buy bias when this move hit, because I believe Julie during our trading competition tried to catch this move and maybe just missed it as it started to come back down. But if we look at the overall trend on this thing, look at how strong this move has been. We have lows dating back to about July 23rd, or arguably, excuse me, not July 23rd, Thursday the 13th, July 13th, or arguably July 31st. But this thing has been soaring as of late. And if we look at the 4 hour or even the daily chart, I'm going to stick to the higher times frame here so that we can see the overall trend. Again, this thing has been strong for a while now. Take a look at the daily chart, and yeah, look at all of those green candles in a row. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, one little red one, 1, 2, 3 more there, and then it's actually technically in the red today, but USD CAD does in fact look pretty dang bullish. Now, I'm not telling you that you need to take this trade right now just because it looks bullish and the EDGEFINDER says it does. Please do your own analysis, do your own research, and make sure that you're sticking to your trading strategy. But as far as the EDGEFINDER goes, I would say that this thing does look pretty dang bullish. Now, let's take a look at Aussie USD. That was our strongest bearish bias right here, very bearish, with a score of -9, COT data a score of -1, and retail sentiment also a score of -1. Let's take a look at those numbers right over here. So again, we've already looked at the US dollar, so I'm going to skip over it because we talked about it enough. But the Australian dollar, however, has crossed over that 60% threshold right there, 67.86% short from smart money traders. That's giving us our -1 score there. And same thing with retail sentiment here, 79% long. And like I mentioned earlier, we typically score retail sentiment the reverse of what it is, because unfortunately retail traders lose money. So because it's favored on the long side, we are scoring it bearishly with a score of -1. Seasonality is also a score of -1. And we can see again here in the month of August, historically speaking, Aussie US does tend to trend downwards. Trend rating is a score of -2. And we can see it has definitely been moving down over the last couple of days. But again, I think that once we get into the chart on TradingView, we'll be able to see that trend projection or that trend reading a lot more clearly. Let's finish up with our fundamentals, where GDP growth and interest rates are both scores of -1. Inflation is a score of -2, and unemployment is a 0 or neutral score. I'm going to skip over these US numbers because we just went over them with USD CAD. But as far as Australia is concerned, GDP growth in Australia is 0.2%. Inflation is 6%, unemployment 3.5%, and interest rates on the Australian dollar 4.1%. So let's hop into the chart here and take a look at this bullish bias, AUD USD. Very bullish bias, and look at that clear downward trend has been moving very strongly. Let's back this thing up a little bit and see. So yeah, we've definitely had some highs and lows here. Some lows around here, came all the way back up around these highs. Looks like this is kind of the high area here. But we can see that was, again, Thursday, July 13th. Interesting. This is the 4 hour chart. I can close it down or move it down to the 1 hour chart. And yeah, I mean, this thing has just continued to move lower and lower and lower and lower. And is currently, actually in the red on the day? It is. So it has continued to sell off today. Here is the daily chart look. We can see that this thing has basically just been moving lower and lower ever since Friday, July 14th. Just really strong downward trend there. So there we go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, taking a look at USD CAD as well as Aussie USD and all of the scores and metrics that give it that very bullish or very bearish bias. If you want the EDGEFINDER for yourself, you can find it down in the link in the description below, and you can use promo code A1YT at checkout for a discount on the EDGEFINDER. Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EDGEFINDER, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.